Hey everybody! Well, on this week's episode, we are getting ready for a trip to the US to take our new trailer up and get a load of our stuff from our storage unit. So it's really exciting for us because we've been waiting to get this stuff down here for a long time. So I'm going to put some locks on the trailer, check everything out, and then we will head up to the US, get our stuff, and come back to Loretto. So check it out. We purchased this trailer here, which is a 6 by 10 trailer, and we're going to use it to put a bunch of our stuff in and hopefully be able to bring up at least half of our stuff from the US. Right now it's just kind of filled with some overflow storage stuff. The other thing that I'm doing is securing this trailer because it's gonna have to sit out unattended, and I want it to be as secure as possible. Of course, it isn't gonna be 100% secure. It's if somebody wants to get into anything, they can if they have enough time. But this trailer, they already had to break this lock here at one time to get into it, so the back door doesn't lock at all anymore. I am going to do something a little more secure. So both of the doors, I'm putting one of these locks on where you have a bolt that can't be cut, and it locks the door. You mount these brackets. This would be almost impossible to cut with a pair of bolt cutters, which is what most thieves are going to be carrying around and plan to use. Could somebody get into here? Yeah, you can rip the hinges off and everything else, but that would take a lot of time, make a lot of noise. So it's less likely somebody's going to do that if they can't get into it with the bolt cutters. All right, so this first bracket here is going to mount up high because this original locking piece on here would block it. So I'm going to mount this up here fairly high, and then so the first step is to mark this bracket and attach it. Half the bracket's on there. Now we'll do the other half of the bracket. Got this one on and done. I had to mess with it a little bit here to get it all lined up. But now we can take the lock here. Mounts, I'll show you here. This is the bracket right here. And then this lock fits over these two flanges, and you put it in, turn it, and now you have a lock that's pretty darn hard to cut off of there. So great success. Now we got to do one on the back door. Okay, so I've got to put these spacers in here. If you can see that right here, there's the spacers that I cut out to put in here, because this backside door doesn't stick out as far as the front side door. So to line these up so that it will latch, I've got these spacers in here, and they're just to hold this bracket up. And before I snug these up, I'm going to get this lined up because it needs to be pretty close, but we don't want it to hit. Alright. So let's lash this down. Oh, that looks pretty darn good. That is pretty close. Alright, let's see if this thing fits. Alright. See how that latch works in there? I don't know if you can see that. Here, I'll get it in the sun. But this latch works in and out here. Okay. Boom! And we are now at least a little more secure since this was already broken. Now we have a nice lock on the back of there. All right, well this was a big step because we are leaving in less than a week to head up to San Diego and get a load of stuff. And so our trailer is going to sit on the road in San Diego for a day full of stuff, and then we're going to drive down here, and we're going to have at least one overnight down here with it loaded up. So this will give us a little more peace of mind that nothing's going to get stolen while we're coming down here with all the stuff. So I decided to just go ahead and fix this lock instead of ordering another piece. So I welded a nut on here, and now you can lock it, and it is secure. So one more job done. This is actually a 6x12 trailer, double axle, and this trailer I purchased for $3,750. So a pretty good deal. Trailers about this size are selling for about $7,000 to $8,000 in San Diego, which is where I would have bought one if I went up there. So pretty darn good deal, and it's going to allow us to get our stuff down here without having to pay somebody to bring it all down, which is pretty expensive. Our original plan was to go from Loretto to San Felipe the first day and then head up to San Diego the second day. But we made such good progress, we decided to shoot all the way through to Calexico and made it in 12 hours.
We crossed over the Tecate border crossing from U.S. into Mexico, and we are on the toll road heading towards Mexicali to go down to Loretto. And we are on, this road is just amazing. It's like there's so many safety signs and guardrails, and there's multiple pull-offs that have artwork at them. We gotta find one to show you because it's just gorgeous through here. It's a beautiful drive. We have lights up here.
We're in the middle of nowhere. It isn't like we're like in town.
Yeah,
like
you can see
nowhere.
There is nothing here. Sorry for the dirty window. That's pretty gross, but maybe if I go back a little bit.
I definitely don't mind paying to have this safe road, especially with the trailer. We're pulling the trailer. We're pulling our utility trailer, so. And it's probably loaded up, it's probably 6,000 pounds total. So it's a decent amount of weight to be pulling down these curvy roads. So it's nice to have it all safe and everything else.
Yes. We went to our storage unit to get a bunch of our belongings, and we are taking our first load home. Doesn't that neat to say home?
Yes. And we got across the border totally free.
Oh yeah. The Tecate border is tiny, the crossing, and we pulled through and they opened up our trailer and started looking, and then this huge massive bus RV pulling a car.
Big fifth wheel.
It came through and it got kind of like wedged in the crossing thing behind us, and so they just let us go, and then they were over there focusing on that guy, and so We hardly had anything looked through. We got through, we didn't have to pay any fees, nothing. Super easy.
Thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. We had a really good trip up to the US and back, and we got back home safe and sound. We did have some problems with the trailer brakes on the way back, but I'm going to go through and redo all the wiring for the brakes before the next trip, so we don't have to worry about that again. I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't, and never forget to live before you die.